Hey, hello everyone, Ashes48 here. It's getting a little cooler. I can work on my game some more. The one thing I've been doing is added a couple more voices. I've got Mama Gamer has done a voice for one of the characters, which is fantastic. And she did that one a little while back, but hey, that's good. Then I've got MGTB. He's loaned his voice to one of the characters here, and everything's coming out great so far. Tony Spot, I'll put all the links in the description down here, and I have a few more people, but I haven't done those yet, so I'll keep that a surprise for now, and I'll get back to that. But these are the scenes. So we got item 1, item 2, item 3, 4, 5, and this is the scene content. You don't want everything to be in the scene content because this game engine cannot handle it. I have at least 28 to 30 separate backgrounds, and they're all animated. They're rendered, videos, but everything's animated, and then all the dialogue and the hotspots and everything. It's just it's too much for this to handle. And this is a visual novel maker, which is not meant for what I'm using it for. I don't guess. I have items. I have an item system, an inventory system, a navigational, and different things happen when you click on. If you click on one thing, the next time you click on it, something else might happen. So it's not meant for this. So this will be my first and last game with this engine, I think. So I'm going to switch to something else for the next game, and I plan on just keep making games, because it's been like one of my dreams for a while, and I don't want to just stop after I make one game. I want to keep going. But yeah, so I'm coming. I've added another island. I'm not going to show you that one. I have to keep some of it, secret. I can't show you some of the scenes and things, and do a little vlog on it or whatever. As you can see, this is some of the background stuff. So there's 0 counts as 1. So let me grab all these, This would be how many scenes are in here. So I have 28 items selected, so that's 28 different backgrounds, and that's just in one island. So the rest have different a different amount. So right here's the pirate ship. It has excluding this one, it has 26. So I'm trying to keep it around 26 to 28. So it's very difficult to add more because it runs the risk of making the game hang, making this visual novel engine hang or crash. I know you've seen this one. I talked about it before, the Spooky Boo Island, where I had to take some of the scenes out because it was just too many. Yeah, so up here, when you try to enter the little graveyard, I want to add some sounds here to where he's battling the gate a little bit. Some sound effects and things like that. Also, when you open doors, and I'm recording the sounds myself, so I have a bunch recorded. I have to go through them and create the sound and have it open up. Have the doors opening and stuff when it's locked. Yeah. So that's what I've been doing, and I'm doing some little graphical things here and there. The map, of course. The map is a big thing on here. The way the map works, you're unlocking. It's not a map to every location. It's a map that he can keep track of where he's going. So he learns about this place. He marks it. I can show you this one here. I just want to show you the other two. But you're starting out here. You can go to Spooky Island, and then later on you unlock another island. So somebody kind of writes that out. Draws the location out for you, and then another island and another. Yeah. The trunk wasn't absolutely necessary for me to have pictures of, but it was better that way. I won't show you the items in here, but it's because I can't. it'll ruin the surprise for you. But I started out with an empty trunk, and then you get an item in, so it adds that item and it adds the next one. It's not something you can click on and really do anything with, but it just shows that it's there, that you have it. You can maybe look through. It's not something you pick out of your trunk and use, so to speak, but it just shows that you have the item. So that's kind of the way this part works. I may have it to where it adds a description of when you click on the item, it'll like, let's say a torch or something like that. When you click on it, it'll pop up a little description or something like that. I'm not sure. I mean, it's okay without it. It works still. And like I said, this is a point and click. It's not something you drag out of the inventory and use. This is very difficult for me to make it that way in this visual novel maker. I was lucky just to get the items to work. This is my first game, and I would give it away for free, but I've worked on it for 4 months. I've done all the renders, the backgrounds, characters, animated the characters. People's been voicing the characters for me, and I know I've used like some assets that I've bought, like with Flowscape here and the Flex character design thing. So I mean, there's some things I might have to pay for on this one if I make a certain amount of money, because I think this uses Unity, and I'm not really sure, but like the clothing I think is something from Unity, but that's okay. I don't think I'm going to make that much money off this, so I have worked on it for a really long time. It's like I've placed every single thing you see here and rendered these. You can see it's kind of choppy when it renders sometimes. But I'm hoping people will enjoy the humor of the game, more or less. And the game will troll you sometimes, or it'll take you to places that you didn't think you would see. I do have to make a couple more characters, and let me set this is the main one here. So I'm just jumping from scene to scene here. I want to put some NPCs in here that's that's not really voiced or anything, just to make the game more lively, like maybe someone standing here, somebody working over here or something, I don't know, and just to give more life to these backgrounds. You can see someone already there, but I want to add maybe somebody standing out here looking over the pier, or over the dock, or whatever this is. I guess it would be pier, I don't know. Some people back here in the alleys, some shady folks over here, and I do have a salesman, which I think is going to be voiced by Poppy Cholo. Forgive me if I'm pronouncing your last name wrong there, Poppy. I've always just called you Poppy, so Poppy and Diamond. So Poppy does some really good accents, so he's free to do what he wants there. And heck, if he wants to do some more characters, that's great. We'll find something. But like I said, I want to do some more characters standing around, and just have it more lively in here. I would like to add some things like places you can go into. Like, I do have this one already. Maybe some of the buildings, I don't know. Or like go up to the buildings and listen. You might have some sounds in there, something going on, or something like that. So it's very linear, I suppose. I guess that's how you say that, linear. Very linear. It's not. It's sort of like you have a free roam. You can only get so far with what you have, and puzzles I hope are not well. It's sort of a hidden object type game. I hope it's not like racking people's brains, like trying to figure out how to get this or that. I hope not. Anyway, to me it makes sense on the things, but to some people I just really hope it's not difficult, not too difficult anyway. Like I do have some puzzles. Dark over here. I do have some puzzles. There's actually one main puzzle, and then that's clickable. You click on the buttons and levers and stuff to figure it out. That took me a little bit of time to figure out how to do that in the game engine, and it was a bit difficult. So hopefully it's not too hard. And it's not really too hard. But there's no hints. There's no hints to help you solve that puzzle. Maybe I should add something somewhere. Maybe, but like I said, it's not a difficult puzzle. It should be simple to figure out. But I might put like some little hints somewhere, just so that it's not too bad. Yeah. And other puzzles is like it's like a hidden object type game where you're finding stuff like over in here, It's like, oh, okay, so that's where that was at. That type of thing. And some things you get when you do certain things for certain people. So it unlocks a certain item that you might need. And It's coming together pretty good. I played through it the last time I was working on it. I played through it, and me knowing where everything's at and just skipping through and getting everything. Or I wasn't doing it really fast, I was kind of like looking around, clicking on a thing here and there, and it took me over an hour to complete it, and me knowing where everything's at. Um, so yeah, anybody coming in blind, it's going to take. I'd hope it'd be like a 4-hour game at least, or 2-hour game or something. Unless you're just flying through it just to be flying through it. I'd hate for anybody to do that, but because there's a lot to see and a lot to laugh at, and I just hope that people don't just try to play it to beat it. Enjoy it and enjoy what's here. That's the main. That was my main goal in making the game. It's not like how fast can I beat this. It's like, oh yeah, this is funny. This is hilarious. What happens if I click on this? It's one of those type of games. So it's something to be enjoyed, and it's like stopping to smell the roses instead of flying through life. So hopefully you've enjoyed this bit of content. Like and subscribe if you want to, and I'll see you next time.